again, this session is going to continue on some more with the big farming companies. And so obviously one of the biggest, most well-known is Maui, the salmon operations, along with other species, I know. And so Dr. Laura Martinez-Rubio is going to be our first speaker. So, Laura, come on. Thank you.
So I realize we're not that big in the we're the smallest this afternoon. So, no, I'm Laura. I work in research in the feed business unit. So I'm not an expert in sustainability, probably not that expert in farming, but I'm going to tell you about that in our company. So let's take this work. So yeah, we are the biggest producer of salmon in the world. So in volume and in the revenue, we've been doing quite well the last few years, also because, of course, the price of the salmon has been quite good and going up. And we are farming fish. This is for you to have a bit of an overview. In more or less everywhere you can farm salmon, except from Australia. So our main operations are in Norway. So half of the production will be in Norway. And then we are also farming in Chile, Chile, in Scotland, in Canada, a little bit in the Faroe Islands. And in Ireland it's mostly organic salmon. And then 5 years ago maybe, we started also to produce our own feed in Norway. So we currently have a factory in Norway that supplies around 90% of our production in Norway. And soon we will be opening our new factory in Scotland with the aim of then cover the production in Europe, our production in Europe. We are fully integrated, so we also do, of course, product like packages and fillets, salmon fillets. And we also do ingredients. So, of course, we sell salmon oil and from our trimmings and things. And yeah, well, I forgot to say we are like 14,000 employees in the world, all over the world. And of course, we have sales offices in Asia and many different places. So we talk a lot about salmon today, so I don't think I need to tell you how it is. So from the farming activities, I guess that you already all know that it's quite efficient production. And even though, as you know very well now, we have reduced the content of marine inclusion, and that came with a consequence for our product, is still a very healthy option, let's say, with EPA, DHA source, selenium, vitamins. When they ask me to talk a bit about sustainability, then I check a bit, okay, where we stand, and for marine harvest, I guess you heard, we have our vision was the blue revolution vision, so that was to get the best protein or food from the oceans, but of course being the most environmental friendly and social friendly, and then to get that, the main kind of principles or the main actions that we are trying to take is, of course, following the ASC certification. For us, it's essential. We've been working with them a lot, and we think it's really very strict standard, but like that understands also what are the limitations instead of what can we do. We are trying to limit the escapes. That's key also for our farming practices. We try also to be, of course, sustainable, to get all sustainable ingredients, and I talk a bit more later about it, and of course reduce the medicine and the antibiotics and all that we use. So, but today, see, Norway, which is mainly of our production, is free of antibiotics, and even the sea lice is probably the worst thing that we have in our business today, but we try also to reduce the use of chemicals and all of that when we are doing the delicing with technology. So, and of course, we care a lot about the carbon footprint, and we say, of course, that if you switch a bit from meat to fish one night, a family, then it will save quite a lot of driving. This is from Bergen to Athens, apparently. So we do care, of course, to reduce the carbon footprint in our operations. So in terms of feed, not only in the feed that we produce, but also, of course, for our suppliers, and you hear Biomar and Eskeredin today, we do use the fish meal and fish oil, of course, but we try, well, it has to be all from sustainable sources. As you see, it has to be MSC certified, FFO, and the same with the vegetable proteins. So no deforestation, no slavery, no. And then, yeah, well, as I said before, the ASC standards is our goal, and then we think it's quite fair, and we try to follow that, not only in farming, but also in the feed that we made, of course. This is a bit to show what, you've seen it before, this is what we put in our report, annual report. Anyone that wants to know a bit more about us can go there. The new one will be out in there in 1 month, I think. But as you see, in most of the countries that we farm salmon, we've been reducing in the last few years the amount of fish oil and fish meal that we use, also increasing the trimmings. That's why you see there the FIFO. If we talk about FIFO, then we are whole fish using less, so it's at 0.73 kilo per kilo of fish. And when they ask us a bit, how do you decide when to test a new raw material? So this is a bit the regular, well, you already have the feed companies talking about this. This would be the regular way that we use new ingredients, which is, is the volume and the price there. Then we test it. Those are our research facilities in Scotland and Norway. And if it works, then of course you put it in. But of course, we do understand that a lot of the new ingredients, the process of volume and price is not there yet. But then what we are doing now with a lot of people in here, a lot of the suppliers, is try to test and see, okay, this added value that you think that it could have, different ways of having this added value, is it really there? And of course, being a farming company, because at the end that's what we are, we really want to make sure that our salmon are going to still have the same performance and fish health that we need, and robustness. So that's key. It's like we don't have a marketing strategy in the feed division, because at the end of the day, our main client is us. So that maybe is a bit of a different game that we're playing here. So we are fully aware that salmon is what we do and not feed. And that's it. If you want to know more, I'm here.